The surprising fast development of the new vaccine against COVID-19 are due to the fortunate concurrence of several different factors. And I guess the first one is the spreading of the basic research all over the world. And it's very remarkable that our Chinese colleagues were able to identify the virus responsible of the disease just 2 weeks after the disease was first noticed. And also they were able to provide worldwide the RNA sequence of the virus. So this was the first very important factors. The second one is the technical evolution which have been performed thanks to the work of many university laboratories as well laboratories of different biotech. And the DNA and RNA vaccine technology are completely new technology which are just now being applied currently to combat a major disease. The third point, which I think is very, very important, is that very soon government and major international foundation sense the danger of this pandemic. So they involve a huge amount of money to support the evolution, the development of the vaccine. This money provides the risk capital necessary to the company to go very fast, to proceed in parallel. I mean, to perform certain research phase without ending the previous one. And the last point, which made it possible to develop the vaccine so quickly, was the presence of a very rampant pandemic. This provided the possibility to test very quickly in phase 3 trial the effectiveness of the new vaccines. The vaccine really changed the behavior of our cells, of the cell in which the vaccine is able to enter. In the sense, the vaccine induces the cell, our cell, to produce a foreign protein. But this alteration of the behavior must be put in perspective because it's something which happens only in the few cells in which the vaccine is able to enter, first. And second, this is a very limited kind of alteration, limited on time. So it's very briefly the period in which the cell produces the foreign protein. And when we compare what's happened commonly with any kind of viral infection, we see that the virus is able to infect many cells and dramatically change the behavior of the cell. By contrast, the vaccine is able to change only temporarily the activity of the cell, but in any case, neither the virus nor the vaccine are changing the genetic code of the cell, which remain absolutely unchanged. The effectiveness of the vaccine against the variant depend on the kind of vaccine and the kind of variants also we are dealing with. Against certain variants, current vaccines are quite effective. Against the new variants, they have a more problem. They have a problem to recognize the variants because the variant mask himself, makes themselves difficult to be recognized by the vaccine. The good news is that the new technology on which the vaccine are based, the DNA and RNA technologies, are very flexible and allow to prepare new vaccine able to recognize the mutant very efficiently. And some of these adapted vaccines are already being prepared against the most difficult variants. So the new technology is extremely fast. So you don't need the time to make the study to adapt the vaccine. Now we know that the vaccine are working, the RNA vaccine are working. It's very easy to adapt the technology for the new mutants. Extremely fast. How long lasts the immunity induced by COVID-19 infection or by the vaccine against COVID-19 is not completely established because COVID-19 is still a very young disease. So the patient which recover from the disease or the patient which have been vaccinated are being followed for a short period of time, no more than 6 months. But we expect that also in this case, the immunity can last longer. But we need more time to be sure of that.